Hi everybody. I was asked for a tutorial on the little quick portfolio that I did for Christmas, and I went ahead and did it. I don't have the written instructions just yet, but I will do that, and then I will add them to my description. I'll add a link in there below when I get done with it. But anyways, this was the album, and it has the flaps. Oops. And then flaps. The only difference in the instructions that I did is I didn't include this envelope piece. You can add this envelope as you see fit. I made this one and I like it, but I kind of don't. I kind of wish I would have just done like a regular envelope flap, but I'll show you what you can do with that basically in just a second. This is just a standard pocket. Everybody pretty much knows how to do pockets, so I didn't really throw that in there either. So, bear with me, I'm just a little bit sick. So, you might have to turn your volume up just a little bit. Okay, for the base, 8.5 by 11 sheet, just cut 1 inch off the top. You can make it 11.5 inches tall. The only reason why I didn't is because my paper, for some reason, had some really bad scruffies up here, so I cut it all down to get rid of it. So that's the only reason why mine is 10 inches versus the 11 inches. So if you want to do the full 11, go ahead and do that. Just add the extra inch to the top. No big deal. Okay, then there is a left cover and a right cover. Okay, the left cover, same sheet, full size, 8.5 by 10. At 6 3/4, you're gonna score, and then 7 3/4, you're gonna score. And that'll give you a 1 inch gutter and a 3/4 inch, and then you'll lay your adhesive down here, and this will go to the back of this piece on A, and then this will fold up and over and be the left cover. The right cover, same thing, except the opposite. You're going to go from this end, you're going to score in at 1 inch, and then you're going to score at 1 3/4 inch, and then this will be 6 3/4 the rest of the way that way. Same thing, adhesive here, put that down, and then this will make your right cover. Now, when you're doing this and you're folding these, a lot of people are reinforcing this back piece right here with Tyvek. You can do that, and that will absolutely reinforce it, and it'll give you some really good coverage on the spine and everything. You can also reinforce this inside and make it smaller. Oops, I don't know if I'm going to have a good enough sheet. Make it smaller to where you leave a gap up here and a gap down here. So this would be, your Tyvek would look like that. Okay, except you'd go a little bit closer. The reason being is because this is going to open and close a lot, and if you want to reinforce it, you can. And then if you only do from the edges here, when you put on your pages and when you put on your decorative papers, that's going to cover it, so you're not really going to see it. So just an interesting thought to do it that way. Also, another way, decoratively, if you want to do it, is you can do duct tape, you can do cloth, you can do canvas, you can do anything that is going to give you a really good reinforcement of the spine. I sometimes do it, I sometimes don't, depending on how much use I think the folio is going to get. It all depends. Anyways, sorry, I'm really sick. You have to forgive me. So here is basically your whole folio laid out from right to left. And then you're going to make the pages to it. This might get a little bit confusing. Okay, starting on I'm an idiot. I said left, not right. This is right. This should say right. I'm sorry. Okay, starting on the right side, this is your B1 sheet, and this goes to the B. What you're going to do is, your full measurement of this is going to be 10 inches by 6 7/8, and then you're going to score at 6.5, and that'll give you a 3/8 inch over here that that's going to be your binding that you're going to put to the spine. You're going to put your adhesive here, and then it's going to go down on this spine like this. Okay, you're going to leave about 1/8 to 1/16 of an inch, depending on how bulky you think you're going to get. And you're going to place that right there. When you do that, what it's going to do is it's going to leave a little bit of a gap here. That's what you want. Because your next sheet, I said left again. I'm such an idiot. I don't know my left from my right. Sorry. You're going to do the same thing. This is going to be the same exact, well, not the same exact size, excuse me. This is going to be 6 3/4 inches, and you're going to score it at that 6.5 point as well, and that's only going to give you 1/4 of an inch gusset for a fold. And the reason why is because you're going to put adhesive here on this side, and while this one is here down like this one is going to come here like this. And what that's going to do is it's going to come together right at that joint there. Okay, and that's going to butt up against each other. And then you can put a decorative strip when you're embellishing your album to cover this so that you won't even see it. That's the idea and the principle behind that. Okay, and then that's going to be the second flap that goes to this one. On mine, it's the envelope. On this one, I've just shown you a regular flap on how you do it. Okay, because you want to have this coverage and you want them to butt up against each other like that. And that's what I was trying to show you there. Okay, this one, I did the opposite. I'm so silly. Oh, shoot me now. Okay, I don't know why my brain's not functioning. I'm on medication, I'm sorry. You do this one, this one that I have for the B one, you do this 3 times. And the other 2 are going to go over here on this C. And it's going to be the same thing. You're going to make this flap, and then you're going to adhere it one like this, and then you're going to adhere the other one like this. And then these 2 are going to butt up against each other here. Alright? And that's going to create the flap on this side, the flap for this side, and that's going to give you 2 really nice flaps. You can embellish this however you want. I've seen people do just regular photos like I did. On mine, all I did with one of them was, this is just plain. And then on this side, I did a little pocket over here on this. And then on the back side, I made a large pocket that held my thing here. And then I just did photos, and then I left this one blank. You can do whatever you want on those. It's a no-brainer. It's just adding embellishments. That's all it is. So you can do whatever you want and however you want to add layers and layers and embellishments onto that. You can add pockets. You can add side pockets. You can do whatever you want. I don't know where that came from. Okay. On the... Let me get rid of the flaps here and get back to the cover portions. Okay, here's your base again. Here's your... left cover and right cover. Okay. Now, what... Oops, there it is. On this base here, so we're going to get rid of these for now. On the base, I have a... excuse me. A 3-pocket system. And this is how I make those pockets. You're going to cut 2 of these. They're 11 inches long by 4 inches in height. And then you're going to score in at 1 1/4 here, and then all the way over at 9 3/4. That's going to give you a 1 1/4 piece on each side. And then you're going to take all of your 2 pieces, and you're going to decide how far you want to see your pockets. You can go lower like this, you can go higher like this. However you want to space out your pockets in size. Let me show you again. Whoops. That's what you're going to do. Okay, I have them at about just over 2 inches here. So you can do whatever you want. You can do 2 inches, you can do 1 1/4, you can do whatever you want size-wise. It doesn't matter. Just go ahead, and when you decide what you're going to do, however deep or shallow you want the pocket, you're going to go in there and you're going to put a mark on each side. And then on that mark, you're going to do an angled cut to it here and an angled cut to it here, and then an angle and an angle. And that's going to give you something that looks exactly like this. And there's a reason. Because this is going to slip down inside of here, and it's going to catch on those spots. Okay? So that when you fold it up, these pieces aren't bulking up against each other. If you had a full piece like this, and you just wrapped around the next pocket, what winds up happening is this edge starts bulking out. And you can see that happening right there. But if you don't have that, it's a very clean and smooth edge. Okay? Really quick, easy way to get tons and tons of pockets without adding a lot of bulk underneath. And the bottom pocket, you're going to have to do a flap underneath here. So this one is 6 inches by 11 inches. Same score lines, 1 1/4, 9 3/4. And you're going to miter in all of your corners here. You don't have to miter these two top ones. And you're going to do that same thing. And that's going to come in. And this one's going to sit inside here. And you'll see how flat these lay. Whereas if I tried to kind of go around, you see what happens? It starts bubbling it up. So it's kind of a nasty little thing. So you want to make sure you cut this right there. But anyway, so that's going to give you your nice little pockets. And then you fold that base up. And then that's just going to adhere right down like that. And if you want to cut out your little dimples here, you can do that as well. That's all decorative and however you choose to do it. The nice thing about these is it lets everything go all the way down to the bottom, which is really cool. And by only doing a little portion here, you don't bulk up a lot on the base. Okay, now on my album, on the left cover, I have a little tiny pocket, and it's one of those little funky corner pockets. All this is a 7-inch by 8-inch piece with a 1-inch and a 1-inch here, and then I just cut this at, you know, whatever angle I thought was kind of aesthetic. And I just chopped it off. It's nothing perfect. It's nothing, oh, this has to be this. No, I just chopped it where it looked good. And then this would be put on this side of the album, however you wanted it, wherever you wanted it. Okay, so that is pretty much it in a nutshell. And like I said, I will go ahead and write up a tutorial on paper with that, taking pictures step by step and putting it all in there for you. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.